Hi guys. I know I look crazy right now, but I'm here with Touched by TJ, Touched by TJ. We're gonna do something different today. What are we doing today?
We're doing a frontal ponytail.
A frontal pony.
Frontal pony. My first one.
Pony. Oh my gosh. I trust him. I trust him with my life. So yeah, my hair is up. My natural hair.
Sleeked up.
Up in this pony.
In this pony right here.
And the frontal has been plucked and we're about to get started. I'm gonna speed this up. We're gonna add some music behind it. Here is the frontal. It's UNice hair. I only wear UNice hair.
Right. Plucked.
So yeah, it's plucked. And we're about to get this show on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Go. Starting off, TJ is braiding my natural hair into a ponytail. He molded my natural hair, and since we're doing a bun, we put it pretty high up. And then right before he molded my hair, he bleached the knots on my frontal and plucked it. Here's my Nicole TV ponytail. That's my girl. So we're taking the frontal that has been bleached and it's been plucked, and what TJ is doing is placing it over my hairline, and we're deciding exactly where it's going to lay. That's really important for right now. But notice that there's no bald cap, there's no got-to-be spray. I'm not sitting under the dryer. We're not doing any sewing, and we're not doing the bald cap method for this particular frontal ponytail. So he's taking the hair from the frontal and he's securing it with the natural hair that's braided into the ponytail. And now he's moving on to cut the lace. So he does wiggle his wrist just a little bit so that some of the lace is cut in a bit of a jagged kind of pattern. It somewhat mimics my natural hairline, but I've always had a natural hairline that was very wonky. It wasn't like straight across, and it wasn't, you know, really forward. I've always had a very big forehead, but I have noticed that the bald cap method, just for my hair like right in the center of my forehead, the bald cap method was affecting my hair there. So typically I go glueless, but this time we're going to be using adhesive. So he just cut my ear tabs off after he cut the lace off, and we're using adhesive because this style is not a long-term style. I will probably, and very honestly, candidly, you guys, I will probably wear this style for less than a week before I remove it, and 91% alcohol is going to take it right off. And so my edges and stuff won't be affected because I've been wearing glueless wigs for about a month or two now, and I have been noticing taking my wig off every night, oiling my scalp every other day, doing a wash day every Sunday, deep conditioning, protein treatments. That has been helping my natural hair get back on track. And before we did this, Touched by TJ did trim my ends for me. So I'm skipping through this part, just going a little bit faster because he used lace grip and he used, I believe this is Bold Hold Active adhesive, and he just applied 3 layers. And after each layer, he rubs it in with his finger and then he let it dry until it was clear, and then proceeded to apply the next layer until he got to 3. So that's all that's going on right now. So this is going to be the 3rd layer. He's just dotting the adhesive on, and he's being very careful to kind of like avoid my actual hair. He's not rubbing the adhesive backwards. He's actually rubbing his fingers like side to side so that he can just like really apply it on my skin. So it's a blessing to have a big forehead. It's a blessing. So now he is laying the lace down and massaging it in, pressing it in with his finger so that it really melts into that adhesive. And once he gets it to melt into that adhesive, he's going to take some scissors and cut off the excess lace that wasn't melted in. So that really helps give this an overall, well, as natural of a look as we can possibly achieve with this. But again, notice there's no bald cap method, there's no sewing. All he did was mold my natural hair into a ponytail, lay the frontal down, cut the lace off, cut the ear tabs off, put adhesive down, let the 3 layers dry, and now he's pressing the lace in with the back of a comb. So this was a very fast application. It's very, very, very simple if you know how to work with lace. So now what he's doing is creating the baby hairs. And again, this is another part that I'm kind of speeding up for you guys because I've shown Touch by TJ create my baby hairs for me in I think almost all of my other videos. So all he does is like section off a small piece of the hair in the very front. He uses, you know, those eyebrow razors that you can get from the beauty supply store. He uses the eyebrow razor to cut that hair off, well, to trim it down so that he can swoop it forward and then bring it back into the frontal. And he uses a styling foam to do so. You call it a styling foam, you can call it a styling mousse, but it's by Nairobi. And I can link it down below for you guys. I actually bought a 2-pack from Amazon recently. So he's just creating 2 swoops like on the side of my head, and then he's going to do a swoop by my ear. And we jokingly like to call my baby hairs swoopy swoops. And he'll use the styling foam to really mold the baby hair, and then I like to ask him at the end if he can brush the baby hair out so that they can be really soft. And you'll see in the next couple of clips how he gets the baby hairs to mold, so even when he brushes them out, they still stay in place. And that's something that goes with frontal maintenance. It's something I've definitely learned over the course of wearing frontals and phasing out of leave out and even phasing out of closures. Really, I've learned to maintain my baby hairs and just learn to maintain my lace at home. I do have a frontal maintenance at home video that I can link for you guys as well. So now he's taking that styling foam and he's placing it all over the frontal, avoiding the baby hairs, of course. And I'm gonna hold the sides of the frontal where my ear tabs are, simply because we don't want the frontal to slide back. It's not sewn onto anything. There's no bald cap, no wig cap underneath. There's nothing. So I'm holding it down so that he can secure it with like a ponytail holder, but he's not being like rough with it at all. So as you saw, TJ applied his Touch by TJ lace band over the molded baby hair and the molded frontal that he applied the styling foam on. And now he's cutting a bit of this excess lace off that's kind of like in the back, just trying to make it look as undetectable and as natural as possible. You have to keep in mind that your natural hair is going to be up in the back and the frontal is on front, but honestly, it does look pretty good if you ask me. So he cut the ponytail holder that was holding the frontal and my natural hair and applied a new ponytail holder so that he could braid my natural hair and the hair from the frontal together. He's gonna like roll that around and put that in a bun, secure it with a bobby pin so that he can move on to adding the wefted hair or adding the bundles. So I do have 4 bundles of hair, but we actually only used 2 bundles of hair. I believe we used 2. Yeah, we used 2. So now he's just securing the wefted hair with a bobby pin and just like wrapping it around. Now he would do this so differently if it was actually a frontal ponytail, but since I just wanted my hair up in a bun, he's just wrapping the hair around and bobby pinning it without really focusing on the precision of like how the ponytail looks. So he's intentionally like wrapping it kind of willy-nilly, I guess you can say, because we're just going to create a bun out of it anyway. So the fact that like the hair from the frontal and my natural hair is just kind of sitting in the middle of my head in like a little bun, that's no issue because the wefted hair is going to essentially wrap around that anyway. So this is the second bundle of hair. Again, he's just bobby pinning it and he's wrapping it around, bobby pinning it as he's wrapping it around. And once he's done with this, like this part went relatively quickly because again, it was just 2 bundles and all he did was just wrap and bobby pin here and there. Once we get through with that, then he's going to go on to create the bun. So he's going to kind of run his fingers through the hair, like rake his fingers through. Not that it needs to be detangled, but to at least to get it in, to go in like one direction. And again, we're almost done, y'all. Like there really wasn't much to this. He just took a piece of hair out of the ponytail and just wrapped it around so that you can't see the wefts. And now he's going in and kind of like sculpting the hair and creating the bun. Now, he's kind of twisting the hair and just wrapping it around itself. He does this, I think maybe like 2 or 3 times. This is the second time. I think he does it for a 3rd time. And I think the 3rd time is the charm. But I was so busy running my mouth at this point that I didn't even realize the bun wasn't created in just like, you know, one single motion. Yeah, he took that one down. But this last one, I think this one is when he actually gets it and then pins it and then removes the band, and then we're pretty much done. Yeah, this one was it. So he's gonna pin the hair, and I'm just holding the ear tabs again. The purpose of me holding the ear tabs was really just so the frontal didn't budge, but once that adhesive really set, which he allowed that adhesive to set while he was adding the wefts and things like that, it stayed in place. So he's spraying a little bit of Got to Be spray just to make sure there are no flyaways, and that's pretty much it. I did look in the mirror and kind of like adjust the bun myself, and then I asked him if he could like brush out my baby hairs, but other than that, he just added a couple of bobby pins, and yeah, this is it, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. I'm telling you, if you are familiar with lace and you can bleach the knots and you can pluck, all you have to do is apply, well, first of all, brush your hair up into a ponytail, apply the frontal, lay it down. You can even do it glueless with the Got to Be spray, and then apply your wefted hair and you're done. You have a frontal ponytail. Hi guys, so I made it back home from, ooh, beautiful. Made it back home from my appointment with Touch by TJ. Here is my frontal pony. I love it. Well, my frontal pony bun. I absolutely adore it. I love having my hair out of my face. Give this video a thumbs up if you like my frontal pony bun, and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've ever tried a frontal ponytail, if you would try a frontal ponytail. Don't forget to follow Touch by TJ on Instagram. His booking information is in the description box down below. And until next time, stay beautiful. I love you guys. Bye.